In this video, we're going to talk about how to think differently when it comes to keyword research to allow you to get a lot more views to the videos you publish.
Brian G. Johnson.
Hey, it's Brian G, and to grow on YouTube, stake your claim and amplify your message. Do that by subscribing, and to really jumpstart your channel, check out my free 40-minute YouTube Masterclass. Link is in the description. So let's talk about keyword research, specifically 2 elements that will allow you to drive more views. The common thinking is this, that 1, you identify a keyword phrase that's very popular, has a lot of search volume, and then number 2, you craft and create a video on that subject, and doing so will allow you to get more views. And in theory, this makes sense. More popular keyword phrase equals more views, but I want to show you this. Now you're looking at the Morningfame keyword research tool. Notice the search volume on this phrase, iMovie Effects iPhone, is 57. 57. 100 is the best, 0 is the worst. And here's another keyword phrase, how to get more views on YouTube. It's got a higher search volume at 78. And these are my most popular videos here. Notice my number 1 video is based on the keyword phrase that actually had lower search volume. And what's interesting about that video is it was published to my channel when I had hardly any subscribers at all. And yet the video took off immediately and drove a ton of views. And when it comes to keyword research, there are plenty of tools available like Morningfame, TubeBuddy, vidIQ, and almost all of them provide details on search volume. But for me, frankly, this is something I don't care too much about, and that's really the core of this video. There are a lot of other things that are far more important that will help you drive more views. You see, here's the thing with search volume. YouTube itself does not release exact detailed information on search volume. In other words, all the tools are using their own measurements to identify how much search volume is associated with each keyword phrase. And frankly, that's very helpful, but you don't want to focus solely on that very thing. And here's why. First, when we talk about search volume, I think what YouTubers really want is more views. So if we start there and we look at how many views a video gets, and specifically where do those views come from, it starts to make sense. This video here on the screen was published 5 or 6 weeks ago. It's driven 42,000 views. And as you can see, the views come from so many different locations on YouTube. That includes channel pages, browse, direct, YouTube search, as well as other YouTube features. This is channel pages, and this is the browse traffic source, which is based on YouTube serving videos to viewers based on their browsing habits. Makes a lot of sense. This is the suggested traffic location, and this is search. Oh, and there's one last location, and that's Google. Here's what's up. All of these traffic sources can drive a tremendous amount of views to your videos. For example, this video here drives about 2,000 views per day, and the traffic location is YouTube search. Awesome. And this video, which has driven over 250,000 views, the primary traffic source is suggested videos. Now, furthermore, what really determines how many views you get to the videos you publish is much more based on competition. When you publish a video, you're going to compete against other videos that cover that same keyword phrase or very similar keyword phrases. And obviously, the more popular the phrase is, the more videos you have to compete against, and that's what keeps small YouTubers small, because they can't compete. It's not that YouTube hates them, it's just that there are so many other videos that have better metrics. That's things like watch time, how many people are subscribing, what the viewers are doing as they're watching the video. That's what you really want to focus on. Now, the objection for a lot of YouTubers is that if I target a keyword phrase that doesn't have a lot of search volume, I won't get many views. But here's what I want you to think about. If you publish a video that has great metrics, viewers watch for a long time, they subscribe, they watch multiple videos. When that happens, YouTube will almost always push out the video to a bigger audience, allowing you to get those views that you're after. And on top of that, when you think about what you really have to do on YouTube to grow a huge successful channel, that is, you've got to have the ability to publish videos on a regular basis that do well. Doesn't mean that every video is going to do awesome. Does mean you don't want to be a one-hit wonder. You have to have the ability, again, to publish videos that do well over time. Thus, if you target keyword phrases that are a little less competitive, you can focus on ranking very high, number one, in the top 1, 2, or 3 for that keyword phrase, and that actually can allow you to drive more views than trying to crush it for a very popular or competitive keyword phrase. And if we really examine my most popular videos again, what you'll notice is many of those videos really are not that competitive. Number one video is on iMovie. That's far less competitive than how to get views on YouTube, than how to grow a successful channel, and so on. And then if you look at this video here on Janelle Eliana, another video on overlay apps, another video on iMovie, most of those videos, again, were published when my channel was very small, and yet I was able to rank and drive a lot of views, and you can do the same. I would really encourage you to focus on the metrics surrounding competition. The thing to think about when you're researching a keyword phrase is look at the phrase and then look at the top search results for that particular video. You want to look and try to identify, is there a video that doesn't have a lot of views? If all the videos have, let's say, 1 million views or 500,000 views, you want to ask yourself, what's the likelihood that I can drive, 10% of that in the next month? So 10% of 500,000 views would be 50,000 views. Can I drive 50,000 views in the next month? If you really haven't done that in the past, then I wouldn't target that keyword phrase, and I would, again, look for something that's less competitive. Now, I want to talk about the flip side of this conversation, and that is over time, you should absolutely target more competitive phrases, but just understand that it's less likely that you will rank. However, when that happens, when you do rank, you can drive 500,000 views, 750,000 views, etc. It's really a combination of doing both. And the thing to think about is the more you focus on delivering value, the more you focus on the core, again, value of your video, trying to keep viewers watching, that's average view duration, trying to get viewers to subscribe, focus on improving your editing, focus on improving your delivery. Learn all you can about crafting and creating videos. Doing so will allow you to compete with the more competitive phrases, and you will crush it. What about the tools? Like I mentioned, Morningfame and TubeBuddy. Which one is the best? For me personally, I use both of them and find them really helpful. Now, they both offer free trials, and I would recommend that you try them both and stick with the one you like the best. I've got links to both tools in my description below. The video on the screen now will help you get more views to the videos you publish. Click and watch that video. When you do, you're gonna feed a poodle. I've got 2 poodles and they're hungry. You dig?